In the heart of ancient Egypt, where the mighty Nile River flowed, there existed a goddess whose story was as enduring as the shifting sands of the desert. This goddess, known to the world as Bastet, was a divine entity whose history was as rich and complex as the civilization itself. Bastet's origins remained veiled in the mists of antiquity, her birth obscured by the sands of time. It was during the Second Dynasty of Egypt, circa 2900 BC, that she first made her presence known. Her true origins were a subject of spirited debate among scholars, each theory weaving a different tapestry of her creation. What was irrefutable, however, was the significance of her name. Bas, derived from the ancient Egyptian word bas, meaning devourer, hinted at her earliest role, an untamed guardian, a devourer of chaos and threats. As the river's currents flowed and the nation's fortunes shifted, so did Bastet's visage. She was not confined to a singular role or appearance. Her transformation into a more nurturing and domestic deity mirrored the changes in Egyptian society. Bastet transitioned gracefully from the lioness to the domestic cat, becoming the guardian of hearths and homes, ensuring prosperity and protection against malevolent spirits. In her cat form, she was the embodiment of maternal benevolence, overseeing the rhythms of daily life and ensuring the blessings of a bountiful harvest. She became a goddess of home and hearth, where the warmth of the fireplace mirrored the warmth of her embrace. Joy, music, and dance also became part of her portfolio, adding layers of happiness and harmony to her ever-evolving character. Throughout this journey, Bastet's physical form was a reflection of her changing nature. Atop her divine human body rested the head of either a lioness or a domestic cat, a symbol of her duality. In her hand, she often cradled a sistrum, an instrument of music that resonated with the melodies of joy and life. An ankh, the ancient symbol of life, was also occasionally held by her, emphasizing her role as a life-bringer. Bastet's stories weren't confined to her appearances or attributes. They transcended mere physicality, weaving tales of transformation and adaptability. Some whispered of her ability to shift seamlessly between nurturing and fierce, a testament to her dynamic and versatile nature. In others, she was associated with the sun god Ra, often taking on the mantle of the Eye of Ra or the Eye of Adam. In these roles, she embodied both nurturing and destructive qualities, symbolizing the cycle of life and the power to ward off chaos and darkness. But Bastet was not merely a figurehead in the pantheon of Egyptian gods and goddesses. She was the heartbeat of her own temples, with none more renowned than the Temple of Bastet in the city of Bubastis. This grand edifice, adorned with statues, inscriptions, and artworks dedicated to the goddess, was the epicenter of Bastet's worship. Pilgrims from all corners of Egypt embarked on journeys to partake in the grandeur of her festivals. The Feast of Bubastis was the jewel in her crown, a celebration that knew no equal. It was an annual extravaganza, a grand procession that paid homage to the goddess. Musicians, dancers, and revelers converged on the temple's sacred grounds, transforming the city into a realm of merrymaking. Offerings of food and drink were lovingly placed before her, and priests conducted intricate rituals, their voices rising in unison to invoke her blessings. Cats, revered as sacred creatures in her eyes, roamed freely within the temple's sacred precincts, protected and pampered. Yet, as with all things in the flux of existence, Bastet's prominence would experience the shifting currents of time. The reasons behind her gradual decline were as intricate as the hieroglyphs adorning her temple walls. Changing religious beliefs played a pivotal role. As Egyptian spirituality evolved, some deities rose while others receded into the background. Political changes and the preferences of ruling dynasties could also sway the tides of religious patronage, and Bastet was not immune to these shifts. Cultural transformations played their part as well. As societal norms shifted, so did the relevance of certain deities. Bastet, associated with domesticity and motherhood, sometimes found herself eclipsed by more martial or aggressive gods. Bastet's identity also underwent change through syncretism, sometimes blending with other goddesses such as Sekhmet and Hathor. While this enriched her character, it could also dilute her individuality and impact her worship. As economic and political challenges loomed over the land, the resources available for the maintenance of temples dwindled. This, too, would take its toll on her worship. Periods of religious reform, like Pharaoh Akhenaten's Zatinism, sought to elevate one god above others, often suppressing the worship of deities not aligned with the new religious ideology. Bastet, in her adaptability, faced the complexities of religious shifts. Foreign rule and influence during occupations by Persians and Greeks brought new spiritual perspectives, sometimes sidelining native Egyptian deities in favor of foreign gods. Even popular beliefs and new religious movements contributed to her waning worship, as the focus of people's spiritual needs shifted away from Bastet's sphere of influence. Nonetheless, Bastet's legacy endured. Her story, one of transformation and adaptability, reflected the ever-changing nature of life itself. She remained an enigmatic figure, an ancient goddess whose multifaceted nature left an indelible mark on the tapestry of Egyptian mythology. And so, the tale of Bastet, the goddess who could be fierce and gentle, protector and nurturer, lioness and cat, continued to echo through the corridors of time. Her story was a testament to the rich and ever-evolving world of ancient Egyptian beliefs, a world where deities, like the sands of Egypt, shifted, settled, and rose again, leaving behind a legacy as timeless as the pyramids themselves. Thank you for watching. Please comment below what you would like to see next.